Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone, and I hope you're having a good afternoon. We're going to make it even better by bringing you a screwball comedy starring Carol Lombard, who our friend, film critic Molly Haskell, lovingly called blonde, beautiful, and often nutty as a fruitcake. My kind of gal. From 1937, our movie is Nothing Sacred. Lombard's leading man here, Frederick March, is probably known more for his work in dramas, but he did make a number of comedies, and isn't it always great to watch someone lighten things up? He plays a reporter who tries to sell a tabloid story about a woman, that's Lombard, who was supposed to be dying. She turns out to be fine, but far be it for March to let a little thing like the truth get in the way of a good story. So the two attempt to milk it for all it's worth with some very mixed results. The film moves at a breakneck speed, and all of it happening in a swift 77 minutes. And the making of the film was much the same. Ben Hecht wrote the screenplay while on a 2-week train trip, and the production moved along without incident, finishing 5 full days ahead of schedule. The levity of it all is quite remarkable, considering it was directed by William Wellman, who, like Frederick March, was not exactly known for comedy. But perhaps one reason the film works so well is Wellman's relationship with Carol Lombard. He adored her, calling her exquisite, and one of the few women he worked with who was both genuinely funny off camera and beautiful. The two were also great friends and socialised together over the years with his wife Dottie and her husband Clark Gable, who Lombard married 2 years after Nothing Sacred was released. Wellman and Lombard also shared a love of practical jokes and would trade them between takes, and all of the fun that went on behind the scenes translates to the screen. The wonderful supporting cast includes Walter Connolly, Monty Woolley, and Margaret Hamilton, so buckle up. Produced by David O. Selznick in 1937, here's Nothing Sacred. You'd be hard-pressed to name someone who appeared in more definitive screwball comedies than Carol Lombard. Think 20th Century, My Man Godfrey, our film Nothing Sacred, and To Be or Not to Be. One of the reasons she was so good in the genre is that she was a natural athlete. She was actually discovered playing baseball by director Alan Dwan, making her debut at age 12 in his 1921 film A Perfect Crime. Lombard later signed with producer Mack Sennett and appeared in a number of two-reel comedies for him, and those athletic talents made her a perfect fit for Sennett's free-for-all style of comedy. Lombard called his studio the most delightful madhouse imaginable, and the skills she learned there she put to good use doing screwball comedies. Behind the scenes, Lombard was known for her down-to-earth nature and also her very salty vocabulary, perhaps one reason everyone loved working with her so much. Okay, stay with us here on TCM for another dynamic actress, Susan Hayward, in a biopic about singer Lillian Roth.
Next on TCM, I'll Cry Tomorrow. Then, The Searchers. And later, The Postman Always Rings Twice. TCM pushes the envelope tonight.